Hey guys, welcome back to the Cold Classic Kids Show, and um, today we have to talk about Sony. And the first thing that comes to mind when reading about this news story is simply thank the Lord that you know Marvel Spider-Man 2 is coming out in a week or two, because and the game does look to be a potential banger because man, there is just such little good things to say about the state of Sony right now. There's just bad bad news after bad news after bad news, and it's some of it is just like this situation is just unfortunate, and then other situations are their own doing, unfortunately. But yeah, we have an update on the whole hacking situation. It turns out to not be good. Now, if you guys are viewers, it doesn't seem to have affected you as a consumer. Eh, I don't think you have to go run out and change your passwords, your emails, and all that. So it doesn't seem to be affecting the consumer, but it does, however, seem to be affecting thousands of employees. So let's just jump right into this news story because, well, PlayStation confirms data breach exposed 7,000 employees' personal information. The company has been contacting those affected by the unauthorized access. And I went over this story, that this relatively new hacker group claimed to have stolen all the information from PlayStation, and PlayStation did an investigation, and this is what they've come up with in regards to what they actually did manage to get their hands on. And Sony Interactive Entertainment has confirmed that around 6,800 current and former employees have had their personal information exposed. As reported by Bleeping Computer, the PlayStation maker has been contacting those affected and letting them know what happened. According to Sony, the breach involved the Move It file transfer platform used by SIE employees, which is developed by third-party IT vendor Progress Software. So, I mean, is this Sony's fault? It doesn't seem to be the case. I guess that Progress Software isn't very progressive, funny enough. Progress announced on May 31st that they had discovered a vulnerability in Move It, but 3 days before this, an unauthorized actor had already used the vulnerability to download SIE files, access personal information for 6,791 current and former Sony Interactive Entertainment employees based in the United States. So yeah, this isn't even Sony's fault. This is a third party who had, vulnerable protection, and unfortunately, this group got a hold of a lot of their files. So it's definitely, and I predicted that the hackers were overselling what they actually had, which that seems to be the case because they were definitely acting like they had a lot more than what seems to be presented here. But this is absolutely terrible. If you happen to have been an employee or are a current employee of Sony Interactive Entertainment, who knows what level of information that they actually do have, if it's like their information, their banking information, their addresses, their phone numbers. It could be pretty bad. Sony claims the incident was limited to this particular software platform and had no impact on its other systems. And here it says ransomware group added Sony Group, a Japanese multinational conglomerate corporation, to their victim list. And yeah, they're listing Sony's HQ, and ransomware group added 4 new victims to their dark web portal. Yikes. Let me see. Yeah, Sony.com. Yikes. On June 2nd, 2023, Sony Interactive Entertainment discovered the unauthorized downloads, immediately took the platform offline, and remediated the vulnerability. Sony says in a letter to the former employee whose data was accessed. An investigation was then launched with assistance from internal cybersecurity experts. We also notified law enforcement. Um, it'll be interesting to see what law enforcement comes up with. Once Sony Interactive Entertainment identified the downloaded files, we began the process to determine what types of personal information was affected, and to whom it relates. While we worked quickly, this was a time-consuming process, and we wanted to provide you accurate information. Sony is providing those affected with free credit monitoring and identify restoration services and asking them to keep an eye out for signs of identity theft or fraud. Yo, that absolutely blows, man. So they could be going after your bank account. They could, pretend to be you and who knows what. It seems as though this is like, obviously banking information, maybe social security numbers, addresses. I don't know, man. That's scary, bro. Absolutely scary. And I'm sure this hacker group intends to do nefarious things. Literally sell these people's information to who knows, which is um creepy, man. Absolutely creepy. The data was reportedly accessed by CLOP, a ransomware group that announced in late June that it had accessed Sony's employee information. Last month, a separate ransomware group claimed to have successfully breached Sony Group and was threatening to sell a cache of data stolen from the Japanese company. Sony said it was investigating the situation. A Sony spokesperson said at the time, Sony had been investigating recent public claims of a security incident at Sony. We are working with third-party forensics experts and have identified activity on a single server located in Japan used for internal testing for the entertainment technology and services business. Sony has taken the server offline while the investigation is ongoing. There is currently no indication that consumer or business partner data was stored on the affected server and that any other Sony systems were affected. There has been no adverse impact to Sony's operations. So while you just never know what they actually do have their hands on, it doesn't seem like we as the consumers are affected. But this is absolutely terrible news for Sony's employees, man. Man, definitely be careful out there, guys. Be careful. Wishing those affected the best in this situation. This is obviously an ugly, situation to have to be involved in, and I hope that it's as little information that they manage to get their hands on as possible. But who knows, man? This isn't even, like I said, this doesn't even seem to be Sony's fault. Sony is concerned with the server, in Japan. I don't know to what extent that that is, but I guess we'll have to wait for more information if it actually is a situation. But yeah, man, with this hacking situation, Naughty Dog, you know, Amber hurting the bed with Factions 2 apparently being in development hell or possibly canceled. Um, this sucks. This absolutely sucks, man. Only one first party game coming out this year for Sony, man. It sucks not only to be a PS5 owner right now, but it also sucks to be an employee, apparently. Yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this situation. If you can, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. As of right now, there's less than 20% of my subscribers that actually receive notifications when I upload to the channel. So, I assume if you've come this far, you obviously do want to see my content. And, since I do make content, I would love for you to see my content. So if you can, hit the bell notification, set it to all so that you get all notifications. I will be going live tonight. We will enter the Twilight Zone of entertainment, and that's always a really fun live stream. So if you have some free time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, be sure to check it out. And yeah, guys, follow me over on Twitter or Kick if you'd like to continue the conversation. And I'm, been playing Starfield. I put like an all-nighter, and yeah, I'm gonna go to bed now. So yeah, guys, but all beats and I'm out. Peace.